місто не спить теж. Дим у легенях, вулиці кричать, час тікає, але нам не втекти назад. Привіт, мій брате, ти чуєш мене? Світло тьмяне, але серце палає. Мій брате, ти тут чи ні? Тіні шепочуть, але голос мій гучніший. Душа горить, як нічний вогонь. Тут немає правил, тут немає кордон. Ми летимо, як дим у вітрі. Привіт, мій брате, ми разом у битві. Чи пам'ятаєш, як ми були дітьми? Босі по дахах, ловили зірки. Зараз інші часи, інші мости, але в серці лишились ті самі пісні. Привіт, мій брате, ти чуєш мене? Світло тьмяне, але серце палає. Мій брате, ти тут чи ні? Тіні шепочуть, але голос мій гучніший. Мій брате, привіт, мій брате, крізь дим і страх ми знайдемо шлях навіть у снах. Привіт, мій брате, час летить вперед, але ми тут разом, і це наш секрет.
Tree by the library has initials carved deep. A history of promises we never meant to keep. I walk the center line because the sidewalk feels too thin. Afraid to touch the boundaries where the trouble starts again. The gossip travels faster than the river ever flows. A brand upon the shoulder that everybody knows. We trap the summer thunder inside empty mason jars, defining who we are by these small town scars. I met your mother's silence in the grocery aisle today. She looked right through my silhouette and turned her eyes away. The sermon on the radio is pleading for the lost, but loving you in public came with too high of a cost. I swore I'd leave the valley when the autumn turned to gray, but roots are tangled tighter than the words I wanna say. The gossip travels faster than the river ever flows. A brand upon the shoulder that everybody knows. We trap the summer thunder inside empty mason jars, defining who we are by these small town scars. There is a cruel safety in the way they say my name. A heavy woolen blanket made of sympathy and shame. I'd rather be the villain in a play I know by heart than a stranger in a city where I don't know where to start. The gossip travels faster than the river ever flows. A brand upon the shoulder that everybody knows. We trap the summer thunder inside empty mason jars, defining who we are by these small town scars.
dollar is bruised, every nickel is bent. We barter the seconds and shorten our breath, working us slowly and politely to death. They pay for the hands, but they don't want the heat of a hunger that grows while it's watching them eat. It isn't a life on a starvation wage, punching the clock for my minimum wage. Serving the steak that I never could buy, and I placed on a grin that is living a lie. The tip jar is hungry, it rattles with ghosts. I'm a shadow that serves as a prop for the host. Sweat in the eyes and a knot in the spine, walking on the edge of the poverty line. They pay for the hands, but they don't want the heat of a hunger that grows while it's watching them eat. It isn't a life on a starvation wage, punching the clock for my minimum wage. The ledger is heavy, the balance is wrong. They've muted the singer and stolen the song. We're pulling the plug on the video screen and smashing the heart of the money machine. They pay for the hands, but they don't want the heat of a hunger that grows while it's watching them eat. It isn't a life on a starvation wage, punching the clock for my minimum wage. The bellows breath is hot upon my neck, a heavy hammer waiting on the deck. I was soft iron bending at the knee, until the heat demanded more of me. Forged in failure, tempered in the flood. There's iron singing loudly in the blood. Every loss has hammered out a flaw, the sharpest blade the morning ever saw. Fold the spirit over, beat it flat, burn away the comfort and the fat. The heavy striking tightens up the grain, a remedy composed of heat and pain. The hiss of water meeting white hot steel is the only way to prove the change is real. Steam is drifting upward from the pail, a ghost of who I was before I fell. Forged in failure, tempered in the flood. There's iron singing loudly in the blood. Every loss has hammered out a flaw, the sharpest blade the morning ever saw. I'm harder than I planned to be,
anvil beat the saw from me. A solid thing that fears no drop, nor begs the hammer swing to stop. Forged in failure, tempered in the flood. There's iron singing loudly in the blood. Every loss has hammered out a flaw. The sharpest blade the morning ever saw. The femurs in a tall pale row, where the roots cannot hold and the moss will not go. A trellis of ribs to welcome the rain. Architecture built from the ending of pain. That I keep underneath the vertebrae stacked, make a pillar so straight, holding the roof with a terrible weight. The meat is forgotten, the blood has run dry. Only the scaffold is left for the sky. Oh, the choir is silent, the sermon is bare, and the hymnal is voiced by the shivering air. No stained glass to color the light as it falls. It isn't a tomb, it's a sanctuary woven from marrow and gloom. Every joint is a knot in the tether of time, converting the slaughter to something sublime.